Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you for being here, Secretary. I appreciate it very much. And let me say, first of all, I appreciate the administration's response to the nuclear energy budget in this budget that you've proposed. I've seen many administrations come through that say they support nuclear energy. Then when their budget comes in, it doesn't seem to do that. This is really the first one I've seen that actually looks like that they're serious about nuclear energy. So I thank you for that. It's very important. But I do want to, I told you I wasn't going to ask anything about Yucca Mountain, and I'm not. But I will make a statement, and you can respond if you want to. You don't have to. You know, the white elephant sitting in the room back there is, we all know why it's closing. Nobody wants to say it, but we all know why it's closed. It has nothing to do with science or anything else. It's just a reality, and I get it. It's going to close. But I do have one complaint. You're seeking to withdraw the license application. I understand why you're doing that. What I don't understand is why you're seeking to withdraw it with prejudice, which means that some future administration, some future Congress, when we're all gone, can't decide, you know, those guys back in 2000 knew what they were doing, and this maybe is a good place to put it. Now, the Blue Ribbon Commission is not a siting commission. It's a process commission to look at how we're going to deal with this stuff. But we all agree that at some point in time, we're going to need a geological repository. You said that last year. So at some point in time, we are going to have some siting commission, some future administration, some future Congress, whoever is going to have to have a siting commission. Why not leave everything on the table instead of trying to tie the hands? And in fact, this doesn't really even tie the hands. What it does is just make it more expensive, because it just means you cannot reapply for the same license application. They could say, we're going to expand Yucca Mountain. It's a different license application, and we can apply for it. All the withdrawing it with prejudice says is you're going to have to go through some additional steps, maybe reducing the size of it, maybe expanding the size of it, change it somehow so it's a different license. That just means it adds cost to it. So I just don't understand why you would withdraw it with prejudice. Having said that, I think what Ranking Member Frelinghuysen was saying was the ability of the Department of Energy to discontinue the OCRWM division, a division that was created by Congress by statute, is questionable. And so we probably need some legal clarification or at least some discussions with you on that. Having said all that, will you guarantee me that it is the intent of the Department of Energy that they will meet the milestones in the Governor's Agreement to the State of Idaho, and does that include having all the SNF removed from the State of Idaho by the year 2035?
So, in answer to your last question, the answer is a very simple yes, we intend to fulfill our obligation. The reason we are withdrawing with prejudice is so that we give a very clear signal this administration does not intend to proceed, and so we move on with it. Are you going to blow it up?
Of course. I mean, it's a big hole in the ground. I mean, we have abandoned mines that we try to take care of. Are they going to put cement over it? Are they going to, you know?
None of the above. I
think it's a pretty clear indication you've made. I don't think you have to withdraw it with prejudice. I mean, you said we ain't going to pursue it. So, but anyway, one other question. Loan guarantees. I appreciate the fact that you put out the $8 billion in loan guarantees in the conditional loan guarantees for the new reactors. It's a huge step forward. As you know, front-end enrichment facilities, there are proposed loan guarantees that are currently before the Department of Energy. I talked with the Undersecretary of the Loan Guarantee Program, Director of the Loan Guarantee Program. There have been applications there that have been going on for about 18 months. His goal is to try to reduce that to 4 to 6 months. Any idea when we are going to see any type of result from the loan guarantee on the front-end enrichment? And I also applaud your decision yesterday with $45 million that you've done at USEC, at Oak Ridge and stuff. I think that's the right step. I don't think these companies have to be in competition with one another. The fact is we need all technologies.
Yes, I agree with that. And what we are doing is we are proceeding on the two front-end loan guarantee applications. They're on different timetables. One is not holding up the other. We're trying to work and finalize arrangements so that we can finance both of them. I think that's proceeding forward. And so, in fact, if what we hope is in the restart of the nuclear industry, we will need both.
Yeah. Hey, could you tell me how the credit subsidies are determined in the loan guarantee program?
Very, very complicated issue. It depends on the financial stability of the assets of the company, what, in case of default, what the federal government could put liens on. These are complex determinations on the, the bond rating, if you will, of the company, many other things, the assets. And then then we determine a range, and then through discussions with OMB, then a credit subsidy is finally determined.